Okay. Well, you were in my head. I got no time for being lonely. All things that might have happened some 40 years ago. Seems like yesterday we were cruising down the highway, looking for some freedom, maybe just a place to go. But it wasn't just the freedom that we chose to seek. It was the two of us together, just grooving to that beat. And when I think about tomorrow, well, I got a smile for yesterday. And all of us children got married away. You were my favorite drummer. Oh, how you used to be. And I could barely hold on to my heart when we were rocking in the street. But it wasn't just the freedom that we chose to see. It was the two of us together, just rocking to your beat. Now the days turn into nights, and I'm not the only one who remembers all the good times and our days in the sun. But it's not just for the music that I sing this song tonight. I sing it for the freedom, just to make me feel alright. But it wasn't just the freedom that we chose to see. It was the two of us together, just rocking to your beat. And it wasn't just the freedom that we chose to see. Was the two of us together, just playing to your beat. Thank you, Lynn Brown. Thank you. Another Lynn has a bunch of videos, so we might be watching those for the next few days. Welcome. A lot of people already popped in already. How you guys doing today? Yep. Let me get that link all set up. Let me do some housekeeping, and we'll get on to some business here. I see Dave and Jennifer and my mom. Hello. Welcome to the show. Let's see if I can figure this out. Let's see if I can figure this out, and we'll see if we can have some guests. I'm in a really, really pissy mood. I gotta say, dealing with some freaking customers that, yeah, there's some crazy fuckers out there. That's all I can say about this. Let's see if we get Jennifer up here. Yes, Mom, that is the Denver. Yeah, it actually even says that up there. What's up, Jennifer? Can you hear me?
I'm just getting up there so you don't have to be up by yourself.
Well, that's okay. Well, thank you, but we can hear and see you just fine today.
Good. Are you having a good day?
No, a really shitty day.
Why?
Customers.
Too many or too little, or just people that are just complainers?
Can I vent?
Yes, please.
Just between me and you?
Yes.
This is the second nutty customer I got on Amazon so far, so I guess I've been lucky. So I get a notification they never received their package. There's a $150 order to Florida. Not a big deal. So I start looking into it, and I check the tracking number. It says it was delivered. Okay, so, could have got stolen or whatever, which is okay. So I said, yeah, absolutely, I'll replace it. So I tried to get in contact with the lady. I said, hey, listen, you want to use the same address because the last one, it looked like it got delivered, but you obviously didn't get it. Unless, I didn't say unless you're trying to cheat me. And she never got back to me. So I went to the post office today with a new package, used the same address. I get there and it says, no, that's an invalid address. See, but this is what really pets my peeve in this business. People think they're slick and they want to put in wrong addresses to other people. And there's a database for that. And they won't, I could have shipped it, but, they don't recommend it. So anyways, the lady starts arguing with me. Well, what happened to my first one? How come I won't give you another address? And I don't know what to do. I said, check the tracking number, you old hag, because it got delivered to you. Thank you.
Well, what are you going to do, Patrick?
I'm not going to do a lot more unless she sends me another address.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, if that was the wrong address, then it's not your fault that she got the wrong package, for God's sake.
No, all she has to do is check the tracking. She's asking me, well, what happened to the first package? I don't know, lady. Look at the tracking number. It tells me it's delivered. You crazy?
Yeah, well,
I'm a little pissed. That's all.
Yeah, you should be.
I feel better. You know what? I feel better just saying it, just between me and you.
What else do you want to vent? What else do you want to vent about?
That was the only bad thing that happened to me today. What about you? How's your day?
I have no bad things happen to me today. It's been a pretty pleasant day. I did a nice long walk with Bella this morning and getting dinner ready, and had my Instacart delivered, and I'm good. I'm good.
Oh, good. How's the weather down there? It's cold and rainy up here.
It's been the last couple of days. It's probably been in the 90s, but that's okay because it's cool in the mornings and it's cool in the evenings, so I can deal with that.
Okay. Well, good. Good. What else is going on out there today, everybody? We got 10, 11 viewers already. Must be a boring day wherever you're at.
I know. Sister Susie, jump in with me, honey.
Let me drop that link again.
She's watching.
Is she?
Yeah. I saw she was on.
How did you know Ray Pierce was watching?
How did I know what?
Ray Pierce was watching.
Because I saw him before you got on the broadcast that he was joined.
Oh, okay.
He must be done moving into the house. So Ray, come up and tell us about your new house.
Yeah, let's see about your let's hear about your new house. Hey, David, Susie, Sahara.
Well, there's a lot of people out there today.
No, I know. And here we go. We got a little help.
Oh, good. Let's see.
Hi.
Oh, sis.
Hi.
Hey, sis.
I'm on the other end of the spectrum today, Patrick. I had a shitty day because I ordered something online and never got it. And so then I had to go back to PayPal and tell them I never received it. I never even received confirmation that they got my order. And so I had to go through the whole process with PayPal to stop payment. So I'm on the other side of it.
PayPal's pretty good though.
Yeah,
I've stopped payment on PayPal or sent something back, and right away it's in my account. So they're pretty good doing that.
yeah. They said they're going to give them till June.
If you put the
2nd.
wrong address in this.
Yeah, I'm thinking after listening to Patrick, what I probably did was put in the wrong email address and they emailed me a confirmation and I never got it. Probably went to my junk mail or something. I don't know.
No,
I
it's
don't know. I never got the
That's
product. I ordered
possible.
it in April, 1st
So-
of April, so whatever.
no, it's frustrating because it's basically
So
I'm giving
since I have a question,
$150 and she won't take it from me.
I'm sorry, Jennifer. I couldn't hear you as Ray
Sis-
came on. Go ahead. Jennifer, I can't hear you. Are you talking?
Looks like she froze.
She's frozen. How you doing,
Hi,
Ray?
Ray.
You moved in your new house?
I'm
No.
again still unpacking.
how are you in sheltering in place? When do you decide? When are you going to think you're going to go out?
Well, I have gone out a little
Patrick
bit.
put his hand up.
I have, but I've been to a couple stores and wearing a mask, but I don't think the experience has been too good. I mean, there's a lot of people out there without masks, and it looks like the stores are
That's
trying to
that's
mask.
what I felt too.
Yeah, I go out.
It's like
but-
people are acting like nothing's happening and nothing's changed. The cases are still going up,
I know.
especially in this area.
I know. I went over to
It's
Dawn's
frustrating.
and, I went over to Dawn's today and hung out with the girls for the first time and helped Aubrey with her homework and helped Charlie with her homework. And, you know, I was probably I was probably closer than I should be, but I don't know. I miss my grandkids, but I know everybody else does too. So
I know it's so hard.
I know it just feels like the relationships are changing, and I don't want that to change. And yeah, it is hard. I'm always constantly going back and forth in my mind. Should you do it or shouldn't you? I wish I could be one of those people
know.
that are not worrying about it. You know, that just go, yeah, well,
But
whatever.
I'm not that kind of a person either.
Yeah.
You know, I don't worry so much about myself if I get out there and then give it to somebody else. You know, that's what I worry about. Hey Ray, how's your new house?
Going good. Got all the last box out of the house on Saturday.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Where
You
is
need to
it?
show us pictures. I hear it's fabulous.
You heard what?
I heard your house is awesome. I want to see pictures.
Can you do a little tour for us?
Let me see what I can do here.
Okay.
Where is it, Ray? In
Oh, look at
Sacramento?
those floors.
Oh, I love the
Rockland?
floors.
In
fancy.
Rockland?
He's walking, sis.
Yeah, I think he lives in Rockland.
Uh-oh. Yeah, Rockland.
That's a big house.
All right. So we got the upstairs, boys loft.
Wow.
Nice.
It's a big
Ooh,
house.
yeah.
Bathroom, bedroom,
How many bedrooms?
5.
Whoa. Wow.
That's what.
Awesome.
Look at that.
Oh, I
table.
love the kitchen. That would be
Yeah,
my
thank
dream
you.
kitchen.
Beautiful.
Perfect.
That's a wide counter there, mister.
Yeah, got a little.
That's fancy.
But-
That's
And
nice.
you guys
Prep-
built
prep
it, right,
kitchen.
Ray? So you
Huh?
picked out everything.
Yeah,
You built it, so you picked out everything, right?
that's right.
Nice.
That's a nice big house, sir.
Thank you.
It looks amazing.
We don't have much of no backyard yet.
Okay, when-
It's just dirt, but
That'll come.
yeah.
You going to do a pool?
That's the plan. Got a laundry room.
Looks beautiful, Ray.
Thank you.
Look
my,
at that.
My favorite part.
Oh,
Well, you guys did a lot of
Oh,
work.
yeah.
a
Big
hidden
shower.
shower. My
Yeah.
goodness.
Yeah.
Good job.
Faucet.
Good job, buddy.
Hey, thanks. So
You guys did a lot of work.
the tour. Yeah. So we've got almost everything unpacked. I got a lot of work to do in the garage still. I like my stuff organized. So
Hey, Ray, I hear Grayson and Jalen get along really well.
Grayson and Jalen, yeah.
I'd like to get them both. I'm sorry. Go
They've
ahead.
been talking on Facebook Messenger quite a bit.
No, I'd like to get them on the show together.
Okay, we can do that. Right now, I'm watching by myself. So, but
I think he's locking up a little bit.
We are about a quarter of a mile from Grayson School, but then they're building a brand new elementary school that's about 3 blocks away. Grandma. Dan Wells. Yeah, it's just a track house. There's a bunch of them.
Nice neighborhood, I bet.
Pretty nice.
You go out outside and they all kind of, yeah, really nice. They all look the same, but it's nice.
Yeah, you have to make them look different. God, looks like you guys are decorating it really
Yeah.
nice too.
Yeah, I'm trying.
Yeah.
Still waiting on bar stools and couch and stuff.
I talked to your mom this morning on the phone, Ray.
Yeah, she's
I did too.
stressed out a little bit.
Yeah. She probably talks to you different maybe than she talks to me. She told me she was doing pretty good. She's just waiting, you know.
Yeah,
That's what she told me. She says, "Don't worry about me. I'm fine. Whatever it is, it is." And I've no, she was upbeat with me, but probably not with you, Ray.
Well, the first day she found out, she didn't even call me. She had Kenny call me because I think she was a little upset about it. But yeah, I talked to her today, and she kind of seemed upbeat. I told her she can't really stress until they find out how bad it is, or if it's if it's not a big deal. So hopefully it's not a problem.
She's going to find that out Friday, right? Oh,
Yeah.
how cute.
Oh.
Hi,
Oh,
sweetheart.
Rosie.
Oh,
Panda.
Get out of the dirt.
you're a busy dad, Ray.
I know.
Looks
Yeah,
like
I'm going to get off and
there.
let somebody else come on. Nice seeing you all.
What's his name, Ray?
Ray, can you hear me?
What's that little one's name?
His name is Bodie.
Bodie, that's right.
Bodie. Yeah.
He's a
You look-
cutie.
He looks like he might be a blonde.
He's cute.
Yeah, he's got blonde and kind of blue eyes right now. Takes after Jen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is he saying words?
Dada, Baba. That's about it.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
All right, I'm watching 6 Kids. I'm going to try to hop on here in a little bit.
Hey.
Okay.
So,
Thanks for coming on, Ray. I'm pretty sure I'm getting COVID now, sis.
So what else has been happening today, Patrick?
Oh, not a lot. Just I have very little
Oh
worries.
shoot, I can't hear you.
You can't hear me?
I'll have to go out and come back in. I can't hear you.
Okay, you try doing that. Can anyone else hear me? I'll know in about 20 seconds. If you can hear me, type in a yes or something. I can hear. Yes, I can hear you, Patrick. That would be helpful. Otherwise, I will go out and come back in, I guess. I don't know. Yes, I think that's yes, I can hear you. I hope that's what it is. Yes. Again, subject would help. Well, good. Yes, we hear you. Thank you, Mom. Oh, yeah. Does anyone else want to come up on here? And yes. Thank you for responding anyways. Yes, I get a little. Okay, I got it now. Okay, you can hear me. That's good. I got a lot of nice quick feedback on that. Thank you. So what else is going on today? What's a good topic? It looks like Butte County is going to start opening up. Someone said, I think one of the first counties in the state. I heard the CSU schools, like this would be Chico State too, are not going to open for the fall semester. I think that's official. All of the CSU schools are not going to be open in the fall, which is that's a pretty big deal. They won't be open until next year then, till 2021. Does anybody have heard that? But I think that's official, which that could be a big blow to a lot of communities.
And
Can you
hey,
hear me?
I noticed. Yeah, I can hear you now. I noticed that Yvonne Sinclair is on. I was hoping, Yvonne, can you come up? I can't see the chat, Patrick. Maybe she'll answer. I was hoping she would come on because I want to ask how some of the other grandmas are out there are dealing with grandkids. I know the parents, yeah, I mean, you're with your kids, you have to see them, but how's everybody else dealing with not seeing their grandkids or seeing them at a distance or sometimes? What are you guys doing about that? Come on up, tell me about it.
Come on, grandmas. Let's hear from a grandma perspective. That's a good idea. I'll drop that link again. And we'll hear some grandma. Yeah, Yvonne, I would like, you know what? I asked her daughter, I think it's her daughter, one of the girls who's, I think, in a law degree or something. I asked her to come on. She said she might one of these times, but it's pretty late. I think they're late over there. I think they're 8 hours ahead of us or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
My mom would know that answer. So you missed you got a little fix today though, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. I helped the girls with their homework and they're Aubrey's a little resistant, at doing it. She puts it off, and it's hard to get her to move and do it. And Charlie does it really quick and then she's not motivated. Charlie's trying to make a tough decision. She got qualified to enter GATE. They invited her to go to the GATE program, but she has to move schools. She has to go to Parkview, and it's a really stressful decision for her. She doesn't want to, of course, leave her old school and leave her friends. And she said, I can't go visit it because of the virus, so I don't know what to expect. I don't know what it's about, and she feels a lot of pressure.
How do you? What kind of advice do you give her?
I don't believe in kids feeling that kind of pressure. If she was happy and excited about it and was really right on and she was right there, I would never make her want to go. I don't believe in kids needing to have that kind of stress around academics in school because she'll do fine no matter where she is. And she may really like a GATE program better because it would be full of creativity and hands-on projects, but she doesn't know that. And in the meantime, it's going to give her an ulcer to figure it out. So what do you think, Susie?
I was thinking about Charlie with the GATE program, and I know with my kids in public school, they were all in, advanced placement classes. They didn't necessarily call it GATE in high school, but it certainly puts them with a different group of students who are very motivated to learn and generally have real good parental morals going on, and it tracks them through the school. So I don't think it's a bad thing. And again, it all comes down to the teachers. Who's teaching GATE? Is it somebody that's going to keep her motivated and excited, or is she better off in a regular classroom? Right. I think that's all about the teachers more so than what they're going to get in GATE.
I'm suspecting that would probably be a pretty good teacher. It's not a pull-out program. It's an all-day classroom. So I'm suspecting that would probably be
Usually they put the best teachers in GATE, but not always. Sometimes you get a hard-ass teacher in there that wants the kids to do a bunch of written work, and that's not really what GATE's all about. I would ask the parents whose kids are in there and see how they're liking it and what's going on in there. Go visit the classroom when it opens up.
Well, that's the thing is you can't go visit. It's not open right now, and they won't let you come visit because of the virus. So that number one concerns me right there, that the teacher isn't making some kind of accommodation for that. That even in this day and age, there could be a private meeting 6 feet apart with masks or something.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's the next couple of weeks anyway, particularly in a county like Butte that hasn't had a whole lot of cases.
Yeah,
Whatever.
and they just, she had to make her decision today, and
Not
it
a
was just,
final decision. It's a
no, that's what I told Charlie. I said, you know what, if you don't go
Right.
today, if you don't go this year, you could go next year, or you could go in sixth grade or junior high. There'll
Right.
be other options for her. The doors don't close.
I would always look at the teacher she's going to have at a regular school, and if it's Don knows those teachers, if it's a teacher that's very motivated with the kids and is willing to make accommodations for kids that need more stimulus, then keep her where she's at. If she's going to have a middle of the road teacher that doesn't do a whole lot, I'd put her in Gate. That's how I.
Yeah, her teacher right now kind of sticks around a computer and says, "Go at your own pace."
Yeah, see, no,
You know,
that's not what Gate kids need. No, that's
Char-
not at all what they need.
Charlie can read a whole chapter book, and when I helped her with her homework today, she had to go online, and her homework assignment today was read this paragraph and answer these 3 questions. She was done in 10 minutes. Less than 10
Yeah, see,
minutes. She was done in 3 minutes.
But see, that's the kind of learning that you don't want her to have.
I
You know, a
know.
good
I
teacher
know.
has hands-on stuff going on and experiments and plays and
I
theatrics.
know. And that's what I tried to tell her, that part, that it would be a lot more fun, but she's not going to, I can't convince her of that right now. She doesn't know, unless she could experience some of that on her own, or she had another friend, and she doesn't know, she's like,
There's a chance that Charlie will get started this year and she'll get bored real quick, and Don may have to reevaluate, 'cause as she
yeah.
gets older, it's harder.
Well, they
to teach.
said today's the last day to tell them they won't accept her after this. So
They put those, they put those things up. That's not true. If they needed Gate students in the classroom, they would open it up again.
maybe they
They would.
would.
It's not a normal year. It's not like things are happening all the time. Anyway,
So-
you were asking grandmas, and because I'm a grandma, I see the kids in my backyard or on their front porch with distance and masks, except when they're in the pool. We try to stay distant, but we don't do a real good job about that. They don't come in my house or spend the night. We were totally distant for a while, but given that everybody's pretty much staying at home and pretty much staying quarantined other than going to the grocery store, and the number of our cases here isn't like crazy. I think there's 300 cases in Fontana total out of 250,000 people, and there's like 10 in Colton. So it's not like it's, it's not like it's crazy pandemic, so I'm not,
Right.
I'm take that chance. And Butte County's real low too. So, I think
Yeah,
they're
we only
pretty-
have 20 cases in all Butte County.
No, that's silly. So, go, and I'm not saying I don't hug them and I don't kiss them and I don't, put them on my, I don't do that stuff, but they come over and we talk and we chat and I fix them food and they eat outside and, it's,
Yeah.
I think it's safe to see them. I think it's more damaging to relationships not seeing them at all. At
Yeah.
this point. If
Yeah.
the cases were rampant and there was all kinds of stuff going on, then yeah, maybe I would put more limits on it, but it's not.
Yeah. Happy birthday, Shelley. Happy birthday to you. Come on
Shelley's
up and
birthday.
tell us what you're doing for your birthday.
I took
Yeah.
over lots of shit.
Larry's birthday too.
Really?
yeah.
Today's Larry's birthday.
Happy
Wow,
birthday,
happy
Larry and
birthday.
Kelly.
May 13th.
Isn't Carol Kircher's birthday today or tomorrow or the next day, the 15th
Yes.
maybe?
Around here. It's not today. I think it might be tomorrow.
Hmm.
Coming.
Do
Okay.
you hear, Sis, do you hear from Carol often anymore?
No,
No?
Nobody does.
dropped out and moved to another country.
She's being
Down to
isolated.
La La Land. She's in La
Is-
La Land.
Is she okay?
I have no idea.
No
I
idea.
think she's okay. I think
Good,
she's okay.
good.
She told me Brianne moved into her house because she's staying up in the canyon so much that she's allowed Brianne to stay at her house and take care of her cats.
That works out.
So that's okay.
Yeah, that's good. That works
Yeah.
out.
Well, that's
I don't
good.
hear from her much. I called her the other day, but I don't know. She seems like she's happy, so that's good.
That's good.
So Kayla, my oldest grandson's graduating this year, and Olivia and I are trying to figure out something to do for him because he hasn't been in school to do the senior activities or
Oh
Any of-
yeah.
And so it's really difficult, but we're trying to think of maybe, she has a huge back area in her house, maybe doing something with some social distancing and food and maybe a photo booth. I don't know. It seems a shame not to do anything for kids graduate from high school. It's hard.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
Yeah.
You could hire a stream of limos and have a limo parade and let them each have their own limo.
That's not gonna happen. He's not that kind of kid.
Is he going to college next year, Susie?
Caleb's a very smart, introverted young man, but he's going to go to Valley College because mature-wise, he's not ready to leave home yet. He's not ready.
Well, I think junior college is the best way to go for everybody, to be honest
So
with
what I
you.
told kids when I was advising them is if you get a scholarship and can afford to go to a four-year college and you're ready to go, go. But if your parents have to pay for it, by all means, start at a JC because it's not going to make that much difference.
Right. It's so much.
Well,
So that's
it's actually easier to get into good school if you go to a JC for 2 years, actually.
Right.
because you have a track record. So many freshmen drop out their first year, and the kids that do 2 years at a junior college are going to finish at a 4-year. So they're lucrative transfer kids.
No,
He's going to
yeah.
go into. He's thinking maybe computer security, maybe.
Oh,
He's
okay.
not sure yet.
That'd
He's
be
a bright
good.
kid. Those
Yeah.
kids are all good kids.
What does he want to do to celebrate?
He misses his friends, so I don't know how they're going to work that out. But maybe Livia said maybe do something smaller with a small group of friends, just social distancing with masks. And I don't know.
Uh-huh.
You know, we're kind of on a cusp here. They're not going to open LA County for 3 months yet. They've already decided that. All the Cal States down here are closed. I haven't heard about Valley College yet, but Lydia lives very close to that. Yeah, I don't. I feel sorry for the seniors. I know how important their senior year was to them, and it's all been taken away. It's difficult.
Yeah, I'm seeing signs all over Chico in the yard that says I'm a high school graduate.
They're doing graduations down here where the parents drive through, get out of their cars, take a picture with an administrator, get back in their car, and then the next car comes with the
Really?
next graduate.
Drive-through
By themselves.
graduation. Okay.
I never graduated high school. I don't feel cheated. So, anyways,
It's still either Patrick. It's not a big deal to him either, but I know what a big deal it is to a lot of kids and parents having worked with them. So it's a big deal for most kids. Huge deal.
Yeah.
But what are you going to do?
what are you going to
Sign of
do?
the times.
Yeah.
Did you hear about this CSU schools not opening until next year?
Yeah.
Yes. All semesters closed.
Well, they're going to
Oh.
all be
They're not gonna be
online.
closed.
For all of them, I believe, if I'm correct, every one of them.
It's all the CSUs. I guess the University of Arizona is opening up with some real strict testing guidelines, and they're going to see how that works. They seem to think they could control it with the procedures on campus. It's when the kids go off campus that they're going to maybe bring something back. So I'm not quite sure how they're going to do it. It'll be interesting to watch it, see what happens.
Mhm.
What's the word on the UC schools? I guess Berkeley. I guess Randy's daughter got accepted to Berkeley, and I guess they have to go online next semester.
Yeah, it's going to be. It's different times for sure. Things are changing. Definitely.
Yes, it's a different era. What else is going? How's the weather down there today, Susie?
I was just under a blanket in my recliner chair because it's a little chilly and overcast and cloudy, but it's probably 80 degrees. But
That's cold for you.
no, it's just chilly air coming in. That's all. I don't know.
Yeah.
I like the night.
It's turned cold in Chico. It's windy and cold and
Yeah, there's
not
breeze.
real rainy today, but windy and cold.
My windows are all open. You know, it's not like it's cold, but I don't know. I get chilly.
I have my fire.
Okay, I'm going to go fix Larry his birthday. I guess.
Tell Larry happy birthday.
I'll leave.
What'd you make him for birthday
Well,
cake?
I made a fresh apple bundt cake with a caramel glaze. It
Wow.
comes out so moist and really good. And then he likes a steak, so I'm barbecuing him a steak and some Brussels sprouts and sweet potato fries. That's his request. And you know, I do like to please my
A caramel cake?
It's a fresh apple cake with a caramel glaze. I'll
Oh,
put a picture up. It's really
Oh, an apple cake.
apple
Wow,
cake.
sounds good.
Yeah. I made that this morning. I got a lot of time on my hands.
Okay, well, tell him happy birthday.
He's 71.
Oh my God.
He's
I know.
71.
Older.
He's old.
We're all getting old.
Tell
We're
him
all
ha
getting old.
ha, he's older than me.
I'm younger than him. Haha. Okay,
Yeah.
I'll see y'all later. I just came up to do my grandma speak.
Thank you,
Okay.
Susie.
Yes,
Thank-
I would start seeing the kids with some, take them on a walk in the park, things like that you're not right on top of each other,
Yeah,
around their neighborhood, or I don't know.
yeah.
But I would
yeah.
definitely,
Yeah, have Larry
def-
come on. Let everybody say happy birthday to him.
he won't do it. No, he won't even let me have the kids come over today. It's not a means to celebrate when you're 71, he thinks, I guess.
Oh, he doesn't want to deal with it, huh?
Larry,
No.
get on here. You can hear me. Get up here, Larry.
No, he can't. Dining room, he's in. Okay,
Okay.
goodbye, all.
All right, bye, Susie.
Thank you, Susie.
Yeah, and happy birthday to Shelly too.
Yeah, I gave her some shit today, and literally, not figuratively.
That's a nice birthday present.
Oh, I know. It's wonderful stuff.
It is. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna pop off and see if anybody else will come up.
Okay. Bam, there it is. Look at that. Anyways, well, would anyone else like to come up? I kind of like doing an hour show. We've gone about 40 minutes into this thing. So I dropped the link. If someone wants to come on up, because I don't have a whole lot to say, because I'm just in a pissy mood kind of deal. And I don't want to even understand. Anyways, enough of that. So who else would like to come on or have anything to say? Say happy birthday to Shelly. Did I see you say your dad, our Uncle Dan, was going to watch the show or maybe come on today? That would be cool. I'm wondering if Uncle Joe is watching. He's always a lifesaver. Damien is a lifesaver sometimes. I can put away some eggs for you. I think I got a good pile back there right now. So I'll put some eggs away from you also. So you'll get shit and eggs. How about that? Oh, Khaki remembers you. So you recognize the Denver Capitol, do you? I guess that would be the capital of Colorado, if I remember right. But yeah, look at that scene. It's from 1947. I Googled Denver 1947, and I think I got that. I think you guys were probably there in 1947. I'm guessing. I don't know. I don't know even though I've heard it, I don't know your whole timeline. Yes, and Shelly, that is worth a marquee. That is worth a marquee. There's a little, if you really want to get up on the screen and make yourself famous, you just got to compliment. You just got to compliment. You got to compliment Patrick. That's all you got to do. Easy, just like that. Dennis Dietz, I see he's in the house. Hello, Dennis. How was your day in Chico? Go fishing or just go working? I don't know. You don't want me to start singing. You don't. I swear you don't. Damien, come on up here. Tell us how your day was, Damien. You're out there. I think Shelly likes duck eggs. I don't know. They're good to bake with. They are good to bake with. No, I'm not going to sing. You can't get me to sing. It's just not going to happen. Sis. Oh, yes. There we go. Oh, I miss it. There we go. I know I'm awesome. See what you get? There you go. Who wants to come on up? Who wants to come on up? Damien, what's going on in your world? How's life, Damien? How's your mom doing? Let's see here. I can't get a paste. There, we got the paste. There, we got the paste. We got the paste up. This is what you get when you don't come on. When you don't come on, this is what you get. I wonder if our Aunt Celeste, I won't sing and be stupid for my Aunt Celeste. I wonder if she's watching this. If you are, hello, Celeste. Hope things are going well and you're feeling better. Yeah, where's Joe? That's a good question. We need Joe. See, look at this. Look at this. Yes, I know I do. Oh, my goodness. So Damien's busy with his mom's new iPad. That's good. That's good. We wanted to get Terry an iPad. I guess she's covered though. No, I don't think we've already lost a half a dozen viewers since I'm up here by myself. Oh, who else is out there? Who type in, say hello, Patrick. How's it going, Patrick? We're watching your show, Patrick. Yeah. Apple is a little different, but you know what? There's so much overlap. But there is, it is a little different, and it's not quite easy. But if you YouTube, you can YouTube anything. Like ask a question about an Apple iPad, how to do this or that, and you'll get a short little video, and those are very helpful. Those are very helpful. Pretty good. I'm a pretty good. I'm not even trying, but I don't sing. I don't sing very much anymore. No, I'm not gonna sing happy birthday anymore. Okay, come on now. You're killing me, Smalls. You're killing me. Starting now, it's getting a little rough. It's getting a little rough. I'm going to drop that link again. I'm all out of Otter Pops. I've burned through those in my aggravated state. I tend to, I don't know a good show to watch on Netflix. Actually, I was looking at all the suggestions that you were getting. Someone pop a good suggestion for a Netflix show, or maybe Amazon Prime. I have those two. I don't have HBO. I should get HBO. Joe mentioned upload. Joe mentioned upload. That's correct. I think Joe liked upload. Here, sis. Thank you, sis. Thank you. Oh my goodness. Dean.
How you
How you doing?
Well,
I'm
listen,
okay. How are you?
I'm fine. I have an observation I'd like to share with you.
Make
there's
it
a
positive.
lot of numbers that we keep hearing daily. How many people worldwide contacted it? How many died? Statewide, United States wide, California wide. And after a while, we get so bombarded that those figures have very little meaning. We can't internalize them. Today, I had them internalized, and I'll tell you how it happened.
Okay.
Duke County was at 16, 17, 18 cases for the last 2-3 weeks. All of a sudden, it jumped up to 20. Now, 2. So I kept reading in the paper and trying to get some location of where these people were, or were they just traveling through Butte County or visiting, and nothing in the paper, just said 2 cases. Today, it explained where the 2 cases were. They live in Chico. They work in Orland, which is 20 miles from us.
Mm-hmm.
And they have a restaurant in Orland. That was a shock to me, because now those numbers mean something. It's in my backyard. And I think if people can realize that these things are in our backyard, they're not just numbers, maybe we would respond a little different to in our reaction to being quarantined. That's all. I just as an observation on myself. I'll see you later.
No, that's a very good observation. Thank you, Dean.
Yeah.
We'll always enjoy your wisdom. That's the truth. That's the truth.
So, is that all you have to say?
That's it.
Hey, did you ever like any of that? Let me ask you a question real quick, Dean. Did he ever rub his?
Yeah, I used it. Yeah, I used it. I can't positively say it helped, but it didn't do anything bad.
Didn't hurt, did it?
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay, good.
Some of it's psychological. I have preached my whole life against drugs, and all of a sudden I look and say, "Well, God damn, I'm using drugs," and that requires a shift mentally. And I'm getting there, but
You're using all kinds of drugs when you take medication.
I know. That's the way it goes.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
All right.
you take care of those feet. I got David and Damien to come up on the house.
Yeah.
One for Shelley.
They,
Okay.
this for Shelley. We're going to sing happy birthday.
Yes. Ready?
It's Shelley's birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Shelley. Happy birthday
Happy
to you.
birthday to you.
Yeah.
That
Poor
was
Shelley.
That's
is
pretty
what-
sad. Thanks for the
birthday.
guitar, though, Damien.
Hey, sis,
All right.
can you put Dean up there again?
Sure.
Yeah, what's up?
Hi, Dean. I just want to say I miss you, Dean. I haven't seen you in a while.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
wooey,
I
David.
haven't seen anybody in a little while. It's really getting bad when I have my grandkids call me today and say, "You still alive, Grandpa?" I said, "Yeah, I'm still here."
All right.
Yeah, Dean's not going out. He's not doing much of anything. He's staying put. I do all the going if there's any going to do.
Oh.
Yeah. So, what's up, David? What are you eating? Pistachios?
Some kind of nuts that Christy just brought home from Trader Joe's.
Ah,
Ooh.
That's not the only place we shop anymore.
yeah. You guys go in and shop?
Usually just one of us.
That was the worst version ever of Happy Birthday, Danny Wells. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I think that was the best worst version ever. So
Yeah, well, I
you
can't
get what you pay
believe
for, right?
I'm dealing with insurance companies right now because a lady ran into the back of my van yesterday.
Oh no.
That was in Fontana, wasn't it?
So I'm thinking once they give me a rental car, then we'll just head on up to Crescent City with some kittens and put the miles on the rental car.
Oh great.
There you go. You can get here in less than 12 hours. You know that, right?
You gotta drop your mom off in Chico first, right?
I'm with my wife. It's not going to be 12 hours.
No.
It's like riding with Grandpa Shock. We're going to have to stop every place.
I bet you your mom and Christian would like to jump in too.
I'm sure they would.
So you got to get a big rental car, David.
So I got a dilemma. If somebody can answer it for me.
What
So-
is it?
I was at the Habitat for Humanity Restore today, and they had a brand new door that fit my mom. My mom's looking for a door for Sahara's laundry room, and I looked at the price tag, and it's $129. So I called her, and she goes, "Yeah, that's fine. Just go ahead and get it." And when I got up to the counter, doors were 50% off today. So do I sell it to my mom for $65, or do I just keep the $130?
Oh, that's sad. That's sad. You even have to ask.
Well, I think now the answer, we know what you have to do now, David. 'cause she
Yeah.
knows.
No, I already told her it was only $65, but I'm thinking to myself, there may be some people in the family would have taken advantage of that.
But not you. You wouldn't have.
Nope. Mm-mm.
You only think about it. It's not the same as acting on it, right?
Yep, I wouldn't have done that.
No, I know you wouldn't.
I couldn't do it.
No.
So, sis,
But
do you miss your horse run house?
I miss it terribly.
Really?
Other than the loss of my horses that were at my horse run lane house, it's one of the biggest grieving losses I've ever had. You guys built such a beautiful house. I mean, you built an awesome, awesome house. It was almost exactly like I wanted it. You know, nothing is ever exactly like you want it, but it was awesome. I miss that house.
Yeah, it's hard because when I left my house in Elk Grove that I built, that was probably one of the toughest things I've done. And 'cause
Yeah.
you put so much of yourself into it and your own personality and in your own character, and it's hard to leave that behind.
Right, right. Even knowing there's no way that we could be taking care of it. There's no
No.
way, you know, that we could take care of 2 acres and horses and 85 rose bushes or whatever, however many roses were there to prune. And Dean did all the yard work himself, and he wouldn't
Yeah.
hire any of it done. So we were mowing pastures and fixing sprinklers, and it just became too much. It was absolutely overwhelming. But you know, I'll always appreciate you guys building that house and having that memory there. You know,
No, that-
Tara, the girl that bought our house, the couple that bought our house, they train dogs,
Mhm.
and Tara's been having her dog trained out there, so she's been going out there. She said it's totally different on the inside. I think they tore everything out,
Yeah.
put in all hardwood floors, and really they did more of a modern look on it. They
Right.
could do a modern look on that house. They did. But we still get calls from the guy that bought it, and they were a young couple. They didn't know too much about. Well, they called about 6 months after they moved in, and she said, "Can you tell me where the hot water heater is? Because I didn't know we had a propane tank, and we ran out of propane, and so now the guy has to relight. I finally figured out we had to refill the propane tank, and the guy has to relight the hot water heater, and I don't know where it is. You know, they just kind of didn't pay attention, and you know, they just thought they would come in and take over the house, and they, you know, he's always calling Dean. Once maybe every couple months we get a call from him
Mhm.
that he has a question for Dean about the sprinklers or about access to this or that, and it's a lot of work, a lot of work.
It's funny you say that because you know I do a lot of work in our complex, and I did some work, and then the complex, the house, the unit sold. And the first thing out of one of the neighbor's house, when the new people moved in, he's pointed to me and he goes, "Oh, he did all the work around there." And I said, "No, Russ, don't tell them that." I said, "The best
I know.
time the contractor ever has is when that house sells and they're no longer responsible for it." And I said,
That's
"Now you
right.
just made me responsible for it again."
That's right. He just called the other day wanting to know what color we put on what's the color of the white on the garage walls.
Yeah,
Dean remembers those things. I didn't remember.
I couldn't remember.
Yeah, yeah. So yes, it was an awesome house. Don't you think it was? Do you agree? That was one of the.
Oh yeah, no, and I guess that's what you do it for. It's for the memories.
Well,
How long did
I
you
mean,
live
we
there?
enjoyed it for 25 years. We were there.
25 years. Wow.
I think about that. We moved in 94. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So grandma never saw that house, did she?
You know, she never did. She passed away that spring that we moved in. No, she died in December. We moved in March. But she did see it being built, because I remember right when you guys were still in the staging part of it. You had a plank going up to the front porch, and we had to help her walk up the plank to get in it.
I
So
remember
she
that
did. Yeah, she did see it in that stage. She saw it, but because I remember, you know, you guys were just kind of finishing about the time that she died, because I remember going over there and talking to you guys about her dying. You and Poop were there. Yeah, that was an awesome house, awesome land, great visuals, you know.
Now, did that house flood when those floods came through there?
No, never actually did. I mean, the pasture flooded and the street flooded, but the house itself never flooded.
So the house kind of stayed on an island almost.
Well, they made sure that pad that you guys had to build it on, it was 5 feet above the skyway. So that was the requirement. So never did. And, you know, these people called us in our last round of floods right after the campfires.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we had a bad flood coming down out of Paradise because there was so much drainage from the fires. And they were pretty freaked out. Todd, the guy that owns it, called, and he was freaking out saying, "Are we going to flood, sis? Are we going to flood? What's going to happen?" I said, "Todd, you're not going to flood, but you do need to get your horses out. Your barn might flood." "I don't know how to get the horses out. The street's all flooded. The pastures are all flooded." And I said, "Well, you got to take them out up. You know, you have to go through the neighbor's yard and take them, you know." So he did. He broke the fence down. I said, "You can fix the fence later. Just get the horses out up onto the honey run. It's higher." So he did, you know. And they had a new batch of puppies, and they had to move all their puppies upstairs. And it was a harrowing 24 hours for them. The street flooded, you know, but they were okay. You know, they were okay.
Do you miss your art studio you had up above the garage?
I miss it so much. I have not painted since I've moved into this house.
Yeah.
I can't. I mean, it was such a nice art studio, and because I was painting in oils, you know, I had the window there, and Kenny vented it so nice and put in a nice vent for me for the smells. And here I have a little tiny room in the back of the house, no ventilation, and you know, the oils make the rest of the house smell, and it's cramped, and I don't know, it's just not as inspiring. Yeah, it's just not my place, so
Yeah.
I haven't painted.
You see a lot of artists, they'll paint outside, you know, in the environment too, and that's kind of different.
Yeah, I've tried that. I took the kids out to, you know, where the bird sanctuary is, out on what's it called? Anyway, there's a big duck bird sanctuary out off Dayton Road out there in the rice fields, and I took Charlie out there, her and Maddie, last summer, and we painted from there. You know, they painted scenes and ducks, and that was kind of fun. But I haven't done any really serious painting. Maybe I should try to just get back into doing some kind of art like charcoals or pencil, but I don't know. It always seems to be something getting in the way. That's how it is with artists. If you don't stay on top of it, it goes away.
You know, one of my memories as a child was Kenny had painted the album cover for the Beatles, and he hated it so much he ended up throwing it away.
And you got it?
But I never, you know, I was really impressed with it, and I guess he felt so horrible about it that, you know, he didn't even want it around. He threw it out.
Sgt. Pepper's in the inside of the Sgt. Pepper's album, I believe.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember seeing it. Kenny's a perfectionist, though. He always he does everything well.
Except here, he doesn't hear.
Except here on your house, you mean?
No, he just doesn't hear well.
Oh, he doesn't hear well. Yeah. Right. Is he on, Patrick? Is he on the chat?
Who?
Kenny.
No, I've seen him once. That's all. I don't think it's, you know, because all we can really do is watch a chat. So
Okay.
I don't know. Kenny, are you on there? I guess I would have to type it in.
Yeah. I'm gonna look at the chat for a second.
Did you have a horse named Cookie?
No.
No. Sahara seems to remember some of that about your horses.
No, I had a horse named Toby. That's the one you're probably thinking of. It was a brown and white paint that the kids used to ride. And I had another horse named Prince and a horse named Sedona at one time, but not Cookie.
I remember Sedona.
Carol and Dylan had a dog named Cookie. Maybe that's what you're thinking of.
What was the little dog that you took up to Chico and lived at Grandma's, Patrick? Tootsie.
Cookie.
Tootsie.
Tootsie. Yeah, Tootsie.
That was Grandma's dog.
Yeah.
Used to follow her to church.
Yeah, she loved that little dog.
Yeah, she used to. Remember, Grandma used to walk to church like all the time.
Every day.
That wasn't a
Every
short
single
walk.
morning.
That
Every
was-
single morning.
And that was not a short walk.
No. Probably what, 3 miles each way? 2,
Easy.
3 miles? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she walked out to stay in shape every day, almost until she died. And then she always was amazed at the old man. She called him the old man. His name was Charlie, I think. He lived there in Woodland Avenue, and he used to go running in the park. He had a heart attack, and he was a real old stiff runner, but he would go jogging by, and she was just amazed at what he could do. I think she felt like she should be out there jogging. But yeah, she did. She walked every day. Puts me to shame. Yeah.
No, she probably, yeah, that was a good secret. I remember she used to get real mad because she said Tootsie would walk behind and hide behind, because Tootsie knew she was a smart dog, knew she wasn't supposed to follow her. So she would hide until she got so far, and then she would come out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
She was not a dog lover. She didn't really like dogs, but she fell in love with Tootsie.
Yeah, I remember Little.
No, I don't remember that one. A dog?
Yeah, in Cherry Valley, that little, I think it was a little black and white dog, Little. It was actually one of,
I'm kind of remembering that.
is actually one of David Dietz's dogs called Buttons, one of her puppies. I think it was the runt.
I remember Buttons was the only animal we ever had that I remember.
Yep. I think Little was a puppy from Buttons. See, I remember.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Patrick.
I'm done. I'm done, burned out. I sang today and all kinds of stuff.
David, was that the first house you built on Horse Run Lane?
No. No, we had done. I had built a couple in Elk Grove before that. Prior to that,
Okay.
and then I actually, from the time I was about 17, I was framing houses until I was probably in my early 20s. So that's where I got a lot of my experience, was working on the housing tracks.
Yeah. Are you working with any of your brothers? Do they work with you? Come down there, or?
No, Kenny used to, but not anymore.
Yeah.
I think Kenny's now down to about 3 or 4 hours a day of working.
Oh, really? I'm surprised he's still doing that.
Yeah. I know. I think Dennis and him were working together just a couple of weeks ago.
Is he still going up to Carol's for coffee every morning since she's kind of moved up the canyon?
I think he is. I haven't heard Kenny. With Kenny's hearing being so bad, we don't talk anymore. So any conversation I have with him is just a text message every now and then.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Well, I'm going to get out of here. Let you
Hope he
guys
gets
have
something done with his hearing.
I'll
Yeah,
talk to
we've
you
been going to
later.
Davis. Take care, sis.
Bye, sis.
Has Kenny been going to Davis to get his ears worked on?
And, I think that was all happening, and then when this whole virus thing hit, I think it all stopped. Yes, I don't know where it's at right now, but I think that every year that goes by, the medical gets better and better and better. I think it's just a matter of time before they'll have some kind of a bionic type of ear that you can implant.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I guess it's more than a hearing aid. I really don't know what's going on with them.
Yeah, I don't know that Kenny would do well with a hearing aid. He just doesn't take to that stuff very well.
Well, it's better than not hearing, though.
Yeah, I think we've had that conversation. Would you rather not be able to hear or not be able to see? I think I'd want to see before I could hear.
Yeah, but I definitely want to hear also.
Yeah.
Yes, seeing's probably one of the most important ones. But those are bad choices. I don't want to have to make either of those choices. So you work today, David?
Yeah.
You don't have your van. Your van, is it out of commission, or are you still driving around?
No, I'm driving it, but I can't hardly shut the doors. I got to slam them because they hit. So I'm probably in another couple of days, I'll get it into the shop.
Oh, okay. So the insurance all taken care of?
I think so. Right now, the body shop is working with the insurance company to try to, kind of hash out the estimate. He says, they cut it and then he adds it back in, and then, they cut it again and he adds something back and then they approve it. So it's kind of a game they play.
They don't make you go and get more than one estimate anymore?
I don't think so, unless it's unless it's way off marks. They offered a couple of high end body shops here in Huntington Beach that are part of their network. But I probably could have done that. But some of those body shops, because my van is so tall, they can't work on them because they can't put them on a rack. Their ceilings aren't tall enough. And so this guy in Fontana that Larry Parrish knows real well, and he was a friend of Bobby Cossey's. He's got a small shop, and I can trust the guy.
He's an old timer then.
Yeah, he's in his 70s probably.
Okay, well, good to hear you're getting that taken care of.
It was one of those shops that Bobby Cossey hung out at. He kind of spent a lot of time there.
Yeah, weren't there a few car dealerships? I think there was one in Fontana where Bobby would be a special order. Customers would pay extra, and he'd go and pinstripe cars for them.
Yeah, he had quite a few. I think he had one in Ontario and Riverside, maybe. I think he had numerous ones.
Yeah, he was a talented guy.
It's funny too, because in Fontana, every once in a while, still you'll see pinstriping. You kind of know right away it's his, but you go look at the little name in the back, just to verify it. But they're still out there.
Yeah. Dennis, I guess, one of the last ones he did was that nice one with the fishing rods down Dennis's truck, which was pretty unique and awesome. I never saw that before.
Yeah.
But I never had the luxury of having a car struck by Bobby.
I had a Schwinn Beach Cruiser striped by him. That was pretty impressive. I remember striped the wheels and everything with it.
I remember he pinstriped a refrigerator for Susie on Laburnum.
I remember that.
Yeah, I think he did the pot leaf motif.
And somebody's tackle box, I think he had pinstriped one time.
Actually, you know what? He did a helmet for me once. Actually, he did a motorcycle helmet for me one time when I was living on Laburnum.
Yeah. I know he striped, I think, 2 or 3 cars for me. He strapped my gray Celica. What did I do with that? I think Danny Wells ended up with that. I think I traded him for his Baja Bug.
I don't remember that one. Did he stripe your Duster?
No.
Mm-mm. Remember that one with the air shocks in the back?
Oh yeah. Though actually, a funny story about that. Damien and I are only that year apart, so I guess my mom had bought that Duster for me, and Damien had some kind of a beater car, and he was pissed off. So every chance he got, he would find my keys and he'd go in the car and he'd take off in it, and he'd be gone for hours. And I always got pissed off. So I remember Art put a secret switch in there, so you could just turn it and it would just crank, but it wouldn't start. I came home one day and the whole switch and the wire was completely melted because he just wouldn't give up. He just kept trying to start it.
Oh, the good old days. The good old days. Well, I dropped the link one more time. We've gone over an hour, which is way good for me. I don't know if you heard. Hey, Christy, where's my?
If nobody's on, you want to see your kittens really quick?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm taking them there. They're sleeping right now.
Okay.
They're potty trained, and they just started eating wet and dry food. Can you tell me when you can see them?
Oh, look at those little ones.
So yours would be the, I don't know, this one and this one, if you can see.
Okay.
This one is the sweetest little baby, and this one's a beautiful calico.
The calico is a girl, right?
You think so? I don't know. I think so. I think both of them are girls. I'm not sure.
Do you know? I think you don't know. You can't tell. Or their nuts haven't dropped yet.
No, they're little. This one's so petite. I think this is a girl, but the other one I can't grab. This one wants to cuddle all the time. So it's a runt. They're very sweet. They're all eating and potty trained and using the litter box and very social now. Okay, and they like Oliver.
Inky wants to see him.
Who?
Inky.
There you
See,
go.
Inky? See those little babies? Those going to come live with us, maybe. Did you know? I think all calicos are females. Did you know that?
No, but when you said that, it kind of just like rang a bell that it might be.
I think they're very rare for a male calico.
Like my black eye.
Shut up! I'm going to do it again.
And black eye.
David.
He took me to Walmart and he told me to shut up and.
A quick little story if we have any viewers. So Christy's in line at Walmart by herself, and the guy behind her kept looking at her and kept looking at her and kept looking at her. And finally she felt him breathing down her neck, and she turned around and she said, "What? You've never seen a woman that can't keep her mouth shut?"
Did she get her stitches out?
Yes.
Yeah, good. Good. Well, get your rent-a-car, bring up those little babies, but I'm not holding my breath, and that's okay.
No, I can't keep
my wife
them.
gets something in her head. She does it.
If you want them, I want you to have them. I want them to have a good.
She wants those two to stay together.
Okay. I've been looking for litter mates. I have the word out, and guess what? That's how it works.
Yeah, they're so sweet. They really are, and we're living under a dilapidated umbrella outside where coyotes were, so they are very lucky to be alive and have a good little place right now. They're happy here.
And I'll give them a good home if I possibly can.
You will.
I know.
You will.
My animals are luckier than me.
I know. Always.
All right, Schmidt. I'm gonna.
Okay, we'll wrap this bad boy up again then. Thanks for coming on, David and Christy. Those are cute little kitties. I look forward to them.
They're very sweet.
So,
we still have any viewers?
Not really.
All right, great.
I hope not with those comments.
Yesterday the show just stopped. It stopped streaming, but we kept staying on, and we could see each other on the camera, just like we're talking now. But the show had stopped like 40 minutes before, and we just kept talking and talking, and
so none of that got recorded.
None of it got recorded. Well, we got Dennis wants to come on and say a quick goodbye or say hello to somebody.
What's up, brother?
Oh, there we go. Okay, I didn't think I could hear you guys. How we doing, guys? Hey, brother.
We're good.
So I know you're getting to the end of your show. I was going to give a little Bobby Cossie story.
Okay, let's hear Bobby
talking
Cossie.
about the cause. Because everybody, I don't know if everybody knows, I used to go off striping with Bobby awful a lot. He would go up to Quincy. We'd stripe cars there. We'd end up in Reno with Lee Tater. Lee Tater owned a business called Auto Fine Trim. And on his license plate, it was like, he always said any frickin' thing, That was his call sign, Lee Taters. But so there was a story one time after we're coming down from Tahoe, because that's where Lee Tater had a house in Tahoe. They always skied and stuff. It was winter, and we're running down 80 back into Sacramento through 20, and we ended up at a bar. Bobby always loved stopping at a bar, on the way home. And the bar was packed, and he was in his little yellow Ford pickup. Remember his 454 Ford? He loved so much he had it lowered with an Oldsmobile motor. He just loved that truck. Well, parking was really a mother, and we ended up parking behind this big old 4-wheel drive. And we went in and had a beer, and we came out, and that 4-wheel drive was gone, and Bobby's truck was peppered. One of the headlights was broken. There were some little pings in the front of his truck. A ding on one of his mirrors. I'd never seen Bobby so pissed in all my freaking life, man. And so we get in the truck. We're heading down the road, come across another bar, and here's that 4-wheel drive sitting out front. I'm like, I look over at Bobby going, "Oh, guess we're gonna have another beer, huh?" And he commences to go behind his seat and grabs his tire iron and gets out of his truck and walks over to this big old 4-wheel drive and starts smashing the lights on top, the headlights, the mirrors, just pummels this freaking truck. Gets back in the Ford, and we go on down the road. And I'm thinking, holy shit, I guess we're not going to have a beer, huh? You know, in about 3 miles down the road, we get pulled over. Red and white comes up on us, pulls us over. Bobby steps out of his truck, goes back, talks to the guy for a while, comes back. You know, he goes, everything's okay. And we head on down the road. Nothing ever happened. But it was just one of those, not too many people know that story.
That's good. That's it. That's instant karma.
Well, I mean, Bobby was, you know, just was the most mellowest guy. But boy, when you got on his wrong side, you know, you didn't, you know, look out.
No, he had a side to him. Yeah, that
The
you
little guy would definitely take it out on you. I mean, I remember the stories of him and the Bowie knife behind Chirps and all of that, you know, and the bow and arrow behind Chirps, you know, getting in bar fights and stuff. But that one, I was there firsthand, got to watch.
You know, the funny thing is any car that he could pick to classic it out. I remember the one he picked was the Ford Pinto station wagon. And he had that yellow Ford Pinto station wagon, same color as his Chevy. It
was yellow, and he had the green pinstriping on it, if I remember right.
Yeah, he had mohair seats, and
I probably did 10 trips over to Tahoe with him. We were kind of like a little crew together for a while there. I learned a lot about his technique and how he striped and stuff, but still can't do it, you know.
Is that when you're living in Chico?
Yeah.
Yeah, when he'd come up to Chico and then he'd do that north route.
Yeah. No, and I lost a bunch. I had a bunch of his brushes and stuff and lost him in the fire. Kind of bummed me out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lisa gave me 2 of his arrows. I'm gonna put them in a case and put them in my book.
I actually have a knife and an axe and a few items. I got his belt that he made. I feel honored. You know, always loved Bobby. Bobby was a good guy. A lot of fun. Quite an individual.
Now, who made the orgy belt?
The what?
The orgy belt. The belt that looked like a Western scene, but it was an orgy.
Was that Bobby or me?
Somebody made it. I can't remember who made it.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, I remember a little bit about it, but I don't.
I mean, if you just looked at it, it looked like the Western kind of detail. But then when you really looked at it, it was a whole orgy going on around the whole belt.
And that was Bobby, huh?
It might have been. It might have been another leather worker in Chico. Okay.
Might have been Casper Zick.
No, it wasn't Casper.
I know Damien had that belt.
All right, I just had to throw a Bobby Cossie story out there because you guys made me think of him. So
okay, good.
All right, guys.
Bye.
Let's go ahead and wrap this thing up. We don't have any more viewers anyways. Thanks for coming on, David, and hopefully we'll see you again.
Hey, only on Chrissy's Facebook.
Okay, you made your point now. You've made your point. You can just you can just type in just sign into the other one. You'll be right back on.
Nope.
Yeah.
All right. Bye.
All right. Take care. My goodness, we did another show. Can you believe that? I don't know how many we've done. We've done 30 or 40 of these at least. Anyways, you keep coming in. I guess I'll keep coming back. I'll probably come back in tomorrow, hopefully in a little bit better mood. Hopefully this customer will get off my nuts. But anyways, take care. Peace. We'll see you tomorrow, and get a good night's sleep. Enjoy the rest of your evening. And that's it. Good night.